UK developer Rebellion is one of the biggest independent games companies in the world and has a long pedigree of top-notch games which have helped it carve out a niche in an industry normally dominated by big publishers and brands. Its next game will be Zombie Army 4 Dead War, the latest in its popular sister franchise to the Sniper Elite games. Pocket-Lint's Rik Henderson caught up with the lead level designer Jordan Woodward during Gamescom to find out more about the game, his thoughts on subscription gaming, and those all-important in-game upgrades that usually cost you an arm and a leg.
Let's start by talking about the Zombie Army trilogy and now the fourth one, and how it's all germinated and what it actually is for people that might not already understand the game.
Okay, so we're at Zombie Army 4 now. Basically, it started with Zombie Army 1 and 2, which were spin-offs of the Sniper Elite franchise. So they were originally titled Sniper Elite Zombie Army. They were massively successful and gained quite a cult fan favourite following. Then that naturally spurred us on to create Zombie Army 3, which was more of a standalone game in its own right, with its own specialised storyline. And our fans were basically asking for more. And it was a really natural fit for us to go to Zombie Army 4 with a completely new setting to the franchise.
And what's bigger and better with it with the fourth outing?
So basically, we've just given everyone who's our fans what they want from the franchise. We've added a lot more depth, a lot more story. We've added a lot more features, such as our perk system, special melee attacks, a lot more character customization. Basically allowed people to play the series in the way they like to play it, and focusing very heavily on 4-player co-op experience, but still staying true to the solo experience as well.
The way that Rebellion is set up, does that allow you to directly have direct feedback with your fans, and therefore draw in that natural sort of organic kind of changes to look for?
Yeah, very much so. Being an independent company, it allows us a lot of freedom, so we don't have any shareholders or publisher or parent company, so we can very much easily listen to our fans and our community. We've got our own community forums, Discord. We engage quite heavily on social media directly with our community, and the community can jump in Discord and have a chat with developers as well. And the developers read the forums, and we take all the feedback on board, and it does allow us to make what the fans are looking for and what we'd like to make.
And also, does that allow you to make the games that you want to make?
Yeah, it does. It really does. We have a ton of freedom to stay true to the franchise, and our fans basically want more of what they love, and we aren't forced to reinvent the wheel. We can basically provide people with the experience they expect and love of the franchise, and just provide some extra detail, some more features and depth. It's just taking the franchise up another level, really.
Is that the same for Rebellion with all of its IPs? Is that you can just keep reinvesting in them because they have actually been very successful?
Yeah, I think it is. I think that's quite true of all our franchises, and our development teams are bringing their experience from the other franchises onto Zombie Army 4 as well. So a lot of the dev team for Sniper Elite 4 and Strange Brigade, or even Zombie Army Trilogy, are working on Zombie Army 4 as well. So that experience does trickle down, and all those games we've made in the past have all been learning experiences, and we've gained feedback from the community and listened to that, and it's allowed us to get to this point basically.
As the industry it's more an industry kind of question, as the industry is developing and expanding, one of the big sort of like things that have come out of E3 and Gamescom this year are subscription-based models.
Yeah.
And as an independent company, is that kind of does it help you get a wider reach to be part of, because Strange Brigade was very much part of Game Pass, for example.
Right.
Does that help you get a wider reach, do you think?
Yeah, it probably does. I mean, I think the industry is probably going generally in that direction. I guess it helped for Strange Brigade, but it's kind of beyond what I do.
Yeah.
It's more of a business decision, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose. But as a games fan yourself, do you like the idea of subscription models where you can get as many games as you like?
Yeah, I do. I've got like PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
And I think that's great for just grabbing a free game every month that you wouldn't usually pick up and play. And I mean, Sniper Elite's on PlayStation Plus at the minute, Sniper Elite 4. And I think that's allowed a whole new host of fans to discover our game that probably might have not originally thought that game is for them, but would have quite happily picked it up and enjoyed it.
Are there any other modes in the Zombie in 4 that like survival modes and things like that?
So we haven't announced anything other than campaign currently. But I don't think our fans are going to be disappointed with what they see in Zombie Army.
You've also mentioned before that there are sort of like unlockables and secrets to be found within the game and Easter eggs.
Yeah.
But also I noticed there's quite a lot of character customization on the front end where you can change the way your weapons, even your loadout. You can change certain perks and certain abilities. Are they unlockable within the game? Can you get everything from playing the game?
Yeah, so you can get everything from playing the game. We don't lock off any of the weapons. You pretty much pick your weapon you like the most, and you can either upgrade that weapon fully and commit to that weapon, or you can spread your upgrades between all of your weapons. The idea is we're not forcing anyone down any sort of player class route. We want people to be comfortable with playing the game how they like to play it, and choose the upgrades and the perks that they kind of feel that provides them the best gameplay experience. And we'd like players to have the conversation with their friends while playing and choose perks and upgrades that complement each other. So during the 4-player co-op experience, you might have someone who puts most of their upgrades into the rifle, and then another friend who puts their upgrades into the shotgun, and then they can cover each other, and they can play differently in the same environment but still complement each other. So it's about providing freedom to basically enjoy the game how people want to enjoy it, and they can change that at any time as well. So it's playing with all the tools we're providing.
What formats is it coming out on?
It's coming out on Xbox, PlayStation and PC.
Any plans for a Switch or a Stadia version in the future?
There's nothing been announced right now, but Rebellion's been experimenting with the Switch. V3 is coming out, Sniper Elite 3 is coming out on the Switch. So,
brilliant. Thanks, John.
Thanks, Rik.